All right, guys. So the trades went crazy today. Man, the market is looking bullish. There's a lot of things that's breaking to the upside. QQQ all-time highs. The market is going crazy. There's a lot of things that need to push up that haven't started pushing up yet, but starting to gain momentum, which is going to be good as far as setups that we could actually look into and make money on. Um, there's a lot of hype in the market, but one thing I want to mention is that you don't get caught into FOMO. You don't get caught into chasing. There's a lot of things that are at top. So when it's at a top and you're trying to go higher on it, you might get caught holding the hot potato type of thing or getting caught holding the bag. So it's a matter of playing hot potato. In a sense, you don't want to get caught holding the bag. So make sure that you're following your setups, your plan when you get into trading. I'm going to go over the recaps, guys. If you took the trades that I called out yesterday, um, good job on that. I know I called out Dell yesterday. Dell didn't go the way I wanted to. And I told you guys why I wouldn't take that trade. So if you took any of the trades so far for the week, drop in the comments and let me know if you find this video motivational or you find it valuable. Make sure that you're putting a like and a comment as well. Let YouTube know about the algorithms, but also make sure you like and subscribe. All right. With that, let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm gonna tell you about the plays that I did today that went crazy. And then afterwards, I'm gonna give you a play that you could look at for tomorrow. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. And with that said, let's jump into it as far as that. So right off the bat, guys, we're looking at Tesla, right? And Tesla, man, was Tesla a great play today? Um, we took it on the live session right out the gate. I told everyone, hey, we're waiting for a certain level to break. Now, if you look on the weekly, I was eyeing the weekly, making sure that, all right, once we break on the weekly, it's a go as far as the play. The target for us was right at 82. So 382 was right at the target. Then we have all the way up here. I wasn't even eyeing all the way up there yet. I just told the today's target was at least on a weekly standpoint. The target was 382. We blew past that, but when you look at the daily chart, Tesla has ways to go, which we most likely will hit this level and test that 200, which is right at 398. We will test that 400 level, guys. You have to remember Tesla has been falling, and now we broke uh, out of that downtrend, right? So we broke out of that downtrend. We're actually creating higher highs now, but you could see that we're touching this line. Curious enough, but we're touching this line right here. If you draw a trend line from here, but if you look all the way back from at the top and you draw this trend line right here, right? It's kind of off a little bit, but let me see. But we broke out as far as that, right? Even if we try to let it has as much touches as possible, um, we wouldn't draw it here, right? We wouldn't draw it here because the trend line needs to touch right there first. But looking at the levels and see where it's touching, we broke out of that downtrend. We just created a higher high by breaking above here. We have, if you notice, we were creating lower lows, right? And we were creating lower highs. So by breaking above this level right here, we created that bullish sense. But in a sense, now we created a bullish sense by breaking above here. So even if we touch the 200, have a pullback, and then continue up, that might be fair. Would I love to see that? Yes, but with Tesla, anything is possible. Where we could have a crazy day. We have unemployment coming in tomorrow, so make sure that you're following your news as well. But we have unemployment coming in tomorrow as far as the calendar. So you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your news as well. Every Thursday at 8:30, we have unemployment. That can shift the market as well, right? Unemployment claims, and we have Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. So those are going to have some type of impact on the market before market open. So with that, you will see some kind of move in the market as well. So we could gap up even more and hit that 200 first thing in the morning. Right now, we're up $2 on Tesla for the day in pre-market, right? But as far as the trade today, guys, was watching, I was eyeing the weekly, seeing if it break the weekly. Once it break the weekly, it was a go for me. And then I was just looking at it as far as for the 15-minute candle. Wanted to see the break on the day which I told everyone, um, guys, we're not getting in the trade right off the bat because we broke the day literally with a couple of seconds left in the 15-minute candle, which I told everyone. I said, listen, guys, we're not going to take the trade because we may pull back, which we definitely did. We broke and then pulled back down. And then once afterwards, we come back up, we cracked it a little bit, told everyone to wait. Once we saw the momentum to the upside, that's when we got in and we took it for a crazy 50% on that trade, right? My wife got out a little bit earlier than she should, but it's okay. I always tell people profit is profit. The day before yesterday, we took a trade on Apple. Apple hit certain levels and then completely pulled back, even though we was watching it to break for the weekly, which it did today, and it triggered one of the trades that we talked about for Apple. But with today, Tesla ran for a crazy 2,000%, guys, on Tesla, right? Now, some of the people in our Discord definitely took advantage of that. As far as for the Discord, as you can see in the Profit Flex, one guy said today was a good day, George. And it says, today was a good day. George and his wife gave Tesla 300 calls. And then if you could see, I'm not even going to go through this whole thing right here, but you could see greed is a killer, but guess what? He took a 650% profit on his trade. He put in $370 per contract, right? And then sold at right here. Crazy, right? Crazy what you could do in options, all right? And that's just in the live. We have other people that took trades as well, took 77%, I believe, right here on Tesla. So there's people that was making money inside our Discord. We trade live every single day. So if you want to hop in and trade live with us, by all means, if you want to come in and see, all you have to do is upgrade to our Discord group. In our Discord group, our Discord group is free to join. We give a lot of value in there as well. So as far as the small account challenge that I'm doing, also on QQQ, took the trade. If you notice, up on the trade, $84 today. The account was at like seven something, right? But what I did on this trade, I saw the setup. I saw the bullish setup on QQQ, right? With the first 15-minute creating this candle right here. This is a bullish candle to the upside, especially because it broke this candle high. So right off the bat, was looking for the trade to go up. It played around for a little bit, right, and then pushed up, which is where we got our 15% percent gains, right? We didn't actually get out on this candle. We got out on this candle, as you could see right here. We got out on this candle. Now I trailed. One of the things I talk about with this challenge, even though I know it was going to push, even though I know it can push, and the target did not hit yet. My first target was 631.41. It's being disciplined with the trade, right? This trade actually had pulled back, and when it pulled back, once I was up over 10%, I put a trail stop right above 10%. So when it pulled back, it took me out and then continue up. But one of the things you have to learn as far as trading, guys, you have to learn to be consistent and learn to take profit regardless, right? So with this account, I'm doing a challenge where I'm taking minimum of 10%. Once it goes above 10%, I don't care if it pulls back or not. If it takes me out, it takes me out. If the trade runs, the trade runs, right? But people was able to take over 100% profit on this because I told them the target they held and they made over 100%. Even here, you could see that the trade went for 500% on these right here. And this is I want to say it was a 631 call, right? So crazy as far as what happened today. Now, guys, does this happen every single day in trading? Absolutely not. Okay, you have to take advantage of the days when they're good, right? And when they're bad, and you still, when the market is choppy and you still can take your percentage out, whether it's 20 or 30% or 10%, whatever it looks like for you, then that's the case. But the one thing you want to know is have a right strategy, have your mindset in place, have your rules in place, have the discipline in place. So no matter what market you're in, you can take profit out of that market, right? So yesterday I gave Dell as a trade idea, I should say, right? Dell as a trade idea. And I told everyone, I said, hey, as far as Dell, Dell can go both ways, either to the upside or to the downside. But even though I told everyone I'm biased as far as to the upside, if Dell break the downside, it would be a trade, but I wouldn't take the trade. And the reason why is I am not taking the trade right at VWAP. It broke, of course, and went to the downside and hit the target. Okay, so it did hit target as far as what it was supposed to do as far as trade. Now I'm looking at Dell. To be honest with you, I kind of like Dell. If Dell breaks the high, I wasn't even looking at Dell for trade, but if Dell opens up tomorrow, break the high of today, then Dell will be calls going into tomorrow as well. Ooh, I love that candle to the downside though. I love that candle to the downside for Dell, to be honest. Um, I really do. But this weekly I know won't end like this. So unfortunately, Dell is not a play. I'm gonna be looking at Dell to see the possibility of trades for Dell. But as far as right now, it's not gonna end like this. Now I'll check back at the end of the week. We still have 2 days left, so we're not gonna stay here all the time. If we push up and come back down and close right here, then great. That's gonna be a great opportunity on Dell, right? Um, so as far as trades for trade idea for tomorrow, right? As far as let's take a look at the market and see what the market did overall as far as today. You're talking about QQQ. QQQ is at all-time high, guys. So QQQ is now at all-time highs. So with that, we are already up on the day for QQQ. So remember, like we're bullish at this point. We broke out of this downtrend right here on the monthly. We already talked about that. We broke the monthly and continue up. So we were bullish as far as that. So those are the things that I said I was looking at, right? When you're talking about trend and trend changing, we have to look at higher time frames. On the lower time frames, we was bullish, but on the higher time frames, we weren't bullish yet. Now that we broke the weekly, which I told you guys we were breaking the weekly from previous week, we said, all right, we broke the weekly, we're bullish on the weekly, but now we have to break the monthly to be bullish on the monthly, which we also did. So now we're bullish overall, right? One thing is you have to be careful taking calls at all-time highs. Yes, can we push higher? Yes, because why? Now we actually broke the 3 month to the upside. The 6 month broke to the upside. We have room to push at this point, right? Not even talking about the 12 month, right? So are we bullish? This is only the fourth month, and we're not even fully out of the fourth month. The 12 month already broke to the upside. We have a lot of potential to push for the rest of the year. So it's all going to be dependent on what happened as far as catalysts. Right now, the war seems like it calmed down a little bit as far as the news and all that concern. So we have a good push that the market can continue to do. So with that, what am I looking at as far as trades? Our trade idea for tomorrow? Well, I have a few, but I'm going to show you guys one out of the few, right? Because I only give one. If you want to know more or you want to look at more or want to come trade with us, by all means, you can. You can join the Discord. The Discord, again, is free. We give a lot of value inside the Discord. But also, if you want to trade live with us, you could upgrade to the VIP. With that, all of the description is going to be below. Now, with this, I like BA, right? I like BA as far as what BA is doing, which is Boeing, right? And how Boeing looks, we were consolidating within a certain range. We have this, my trend line coming down, and I said we're trading within a range. Now we're touching this range right now, which in a sense we can come back down, right? We can come back down. But one of the things I like is that we're above the 200 on BA. And if we break this day high to the upside, then BA potentially could push. And if you look at the weekly, we can push up to the psych level as far as there's a level at, let's go here, 138. I believe, no, 238. I think it was. Where did I see? Yeah, 238. 238 right here on the weekly. So the next level will be 238. Now, why do I say 238? Is because we were in this downtrend right here, and if we go to right here, that 618, which is a sweet spot, is 228. So that's where I get it from. So 228 is that sweet spot where we can reject from. We already broke above the 50. If you notice, we test the 50 right here, rejected the 50, then we break above the 50, right? So the retracement from the downtrend, we bounce off the 200. Now we're pushing back up. We could push back up, hit that sweet spot. Once we hit that sweet spot, we can pull back a little bit, create higher lows as far as this standpoint, and then continue up, because now we're also in, if you notice on the weekly time frame, we are bullish on a weekly time frame. We're creating higher lows on the weekly time frame, and we're also creating higher highs on the weekly time frame. So in a sense, because we already create this higher low, we could continue up and push up. Now we have earnings coming in, I believe in a few days or so, or probably next week. So next week we have earnings coming in, which could potentially, right, potentially push this higher. If it's good, we could gap up and then hit that higher high on BA. So for BA tomorrow, BA can go both ways, right? We have consolidation within today. So we basically consolidated all day today within this range. So we're looking for a breakout towards either side. I am a little bit more biased again towards the upside. Yes, we've been hitting on resistance twice and rejected that. But because of the retracement that I'm seeing, if we break above today's high, then we have a potential of rejecting that 225. A stronger move will be if we break that 225 level, then we could push up more. But breaking today's high, we still can reject off of here and come back down and break below and continue down. So it all depends on tomorrow, as far as the news, what the news says tomorrow. If unemployment is low, then of course what's going to happen is it will potentially push the market up. The market will react better to that, and then you'll see a push in the market as well. So that's going to be my trade idea for you guys tomorrow, guys. As far as that, thank you so much for your support. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. I drop videos every single day. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just me talking about what I see in the market as far as potential opportunities. And if you want to take them, by all means, you can. If you want to come trade live with us, you most definitely can. The link is going to be in the description. If you're wanting to trade on TradingView or chart on TradingView, you also have I have a referral that you could get 15%, or not 15%, but $15 off, I believe, on your subscription as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, put on that notification bell, and remember, no FOMO, do not chase. Make sure you create your rules as far as trading and follow those rules, right? Have the right mindset when you're going in and be patient on your trades. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.